Welcome you all for the online classes. So we are discussing the chapter mechanical properties of fluids. Yesterday we started 11 questions. Up to question number 5 we completed. Then we will continue to the next question. So that is question number 7. A metal sphere weighing 60 grams in air suspended by a thread in a oil of specific gravity value 0.6. If the tension in the thread is 55 gram weight, the specific gravity of the metal sphere value is equal to how much? So what is the question they are giving is, one metal sphere is there. So this metal sphere was suspended in oil. Okay na? So what is the information they given? Metal sphere weight given, mass given. Mass of the metal sphere how much? 60 grams in air. So suspended by a thread in a oil of specific gravity. So specific gravity of the oil is also called as relative density. Relative density is the ratio between density of the oil divided by density of the water. So this answer given it as 0.6. Correct? So specific gravity value is given it as 0.6. So what is the density of the oil will become? Density of the oil is 0.6 into density of the water. Water density in SI system 1000 kilogram per meter cube. Therefore what is the oil value we got? So this is 600 kilogram per meter cube. This is the density of which one? Oil. So tension in the string, it is suspended by a string given. So what is the tension? Tension will give us the apparent weight. So what is the formula for apparent weight? M into G into 1 minus rho L divided by rho S. Here L is nothing but oil, density of the oil. Are you getting it? Whenever a body suspended by a string and body immersed in a liquid, the tension in the string will give you apparent weight. So that apparent weight value, buoyant, principle of buoyancy. So mg into 1 minus rho L by rho S. They are asking us to calculate what is the specific gravity of which one? Specific gravity of that metal sphere they are asking. So T value they given. So tension in the string is given it as how much? 55 gram weight. Can I write 55 is equal to gram weight? Mass is equal to 60. So this will become 60 gram weight into 1 minus, can I call it as rho L by rho S? So what will get the answer of 1 minus rho L by rho x value? Rho L by rho x value is equal to how much around? Is equal to 55 divided by 60. 5 table. 5 11s are 5 12s are. So what is the value of rho L by rho s? Rho L by rho s value is equal to, so it will go this side. 1 minus 11 divided by 12. So what I got the answer is given by rho L by rho s value is equal to how much? Rho L by rho s is equal to LCM is 12. 12 minus 11, so that is 1 by 12 after simplification. Then so what is the value of which one I want to calculate? Rho s. Rho s value is equal to 12 into rho L. Oil. Rho L value is nothing but the oil, density of the oil, rho L value. Okay now? So this is the density of the sphere. They are asking us to calculate the specific gravity. Specific gravity or relative density. So what is specific gravity? Specific gravity of the sphere is the ratio between density of the sphere divided by density of the water. So what is the density of the sphere value? 12 into rho L. Rho L value how much we got? So 600 divided by density of water how much? 1000. So how much? 0 zeros cancel. 12 6 are 72 by 10. So answer is given by 7.2. 7.2 is the density of a sphere, that solid sphere which was suspended in oil. So that density we calculate. Density and specific density or specific gravity. Specific gravity is also called as relative density. Okay now? Question understood? Seventh one. Okay? So next question. So question number 8th one. What is this question is, what mass of the lead will weigh as much as 8 grams when both are immersed in water? So they are asking us to calculate, you take the mass of 8 grams, that is mass of the lead in air. Now they are asking what is the mass of the lead value in air. So that value, lead mass will be same as that of mass of iron, that is of 8 grams. And density of the lead given. So lead density, can I call it as rho lead? will be given it as 11. Density of the iron also given, that is specific gravity or relative density. This is for relative density. So rho lead divided by rho water. This is nothing but a relative density or specific gravity. Correct? Specific gravities of iron and lead given 8 and 11 respectively. What they are asking us to calculate when both are immersed in water. When both are immersed in water, what their masses. So mass weight value given by when it is immersed in water, WA value is equal to m into g into 1 minus, so rho L, here water, divided by rho S, that is lead value. Correct? So what is WA? Apparent weight. Whenever the lead block is immersed in water, so what is the weight given by WA? WA value is equal to m into g into, so 1 minus rho L divided by rho L. Correct? So which is given by WA value is equal to, so m into g. They are asking only mass. I want to calculate what is the mass value. So this can be written as ma into g will be equal to ma into g into 1 minus rho w divided by how much? Rho lead. Correct? Then what I get? G cancel. I want to calculate what is the mass when it is immersed in water. So that is 8 into how much? 1 minus rho w divided by rho lead divided by rho water value is 11. Here I want the rho water divided by rho lead. So what is the ratio? I will get 1 by 11. Correct? Then which is given by 8 into LCM is 11. 11 minus 1, 10. 10 divided by 11. So how much it is? 80 divided by 11. 80 by 11 value approximately, that is 7.7 approximately. Okay now? So this time. Question understood? Initially lead mass in air 8 grams. They asking when it is immersed in water. So what is its weight value or what is its mass value? So mass is calculated by using this formula. This is question number 8. Okay, next question. So question number 9. So what is this question is? The base area of a boat is 2 meters square and man weight is 76 kg. So weight is step into the boat. Calculate the depth into which the boat will sink further into the water. Question number 9. One boat is there. So that boat base area given. Area value is how much? 2 meters square. So boat is floating in water initially. It is floating in water. So water was there, it is like this. Clear? Now what happened? A man is stepped into the boat. Then what happened to the boat? Will depress, it will move down. They asking up to what the depth the boat will go down. To calculate that, the boat will not sink completely. So when after jumping, after man is so getting to the boat, so what happened to the boat? It will move down. That value I want to calculate. So that time what happened now? When man is getting to the boat, the weight of the man along with the boat is balanced by buoyant force. According to Archimedes principle. So what is the weight of the man given by m into g? Buoyant force value given by v into rho L into g. Can I write down? Here we need to consider boat is of weightless. So boat weight is not given. Only man weight only considered. That is mg. Will be equal to v into rho L into g. So g value cancel. So m value is equal to volume can be written as A into h. What is h? After man is jumping into the water, the depth up to which the boat moved down, that I will call A into h. Area into, so this is length, will give you volume into how much rho L. So then what I will get the h value I want to calculate, m divided by, so A into rho L. Here what is the liquid? Obviously boat will be there in where? Water only. So that is the density of water? Water. Mass of the man how much? 76 by area 2. But here density of the water in SI system is 1000. Then what I will get the answer after simplification? So I will get the answer is of 30, 76 by 2, 38. 38 or 3.8. 3.8 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meters, which is nothing but 3.8 centimeters. Okay, na? So that is the depth further the boat will move whenever the man is jumped into the boat or step into the boat. Question understood? So this is question number 9. Next question. So question number 11. So what is this question is? A piston of cross-sectional area 100 cm square is used in a hydraulic press to exert a force of 10 to the power of 7 times on water. So piston is using to exerting a force on water. So generally piston you know that now we consider one container. So this is filled with water. Now what happened? One piston was there. So piston, by pressing the piston we are exerting force on the water. So what is the pressure exerted by the piston is given by pressure is equal to force by area. Okay now? Then what happened now? Force value is equal to pressure into area. Initially they telling piston of area of cross section how much? 100 centimeter square is used to hydraulic press to exert a force of how much? F1 value 10 power 7 times. Clear? 10 power 7 times. If the cross section area of the other piston, one more piston given. So what is its cross section area? So area of the other piston, so which is to be support. Now they are asking us to calculate A2. That piston is supporting a mass. That mass value given it as 200 kg. Are you getting up? According to this relation, F is equal to P into A. So if both pistons are exerting same pressure, then F value directly proportional to which one? F value directly proportional to E. From this, what can I able to write? F2 by F1 value is equal to A2 divided by A1. So from this, what is the value of A2 given by A2 is equal to F2 divided by F1 into A1. I need to express the answer in terms of series system. So F2. What is F2? How force can be exerted? By placing the load. Second piston. So on this piston they placed one load. By putting the load it is exerting some force. So this force how can you calculate? F is equal to M into G. So M value 200. 200 kg can I convert into grams? 200 into 10 to the power of 3. In SI system G value given by 980. Finally what is this? F2 value is equal to F2 is equal to, so 196. 196 into 10 to the power of how much here? 2 zeros, 1. So total by 10 power 6 zeros of diameter. The second piston exerting the force due to what reason? Other piston which support a truck of mass 20 kg, sorry 200 kg. Because of the truck the mass, so the second piston is exerting the force on the water. That force value is calculated as F2. Force is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity. Since F1 is there in times, I want to write F2 also in times. So that's why kg I written it as 10 to the power of 3 into 980. So G value 9.8 meter per second square, whereas 980 centimeter per second square in CGS system. So 980. Finally I got the value how much? 196 into 10 power 6 times. Therefore, A2 value is equal to how much here I got? 196 into 10 to the power of 6 divided by 10 to the power of 7 into A1 value. So A1 value is 100. Then simplify this. So after simplification, what will get this value? Answer is given by. So this is 196 into 10 to the power of 8 into 10 to the power of minus 7, which is given by 196 into 10 to the power of 1. So this answer you will get in centimeter square. But answer is in 196 into 10 to the power of 1 centimeter square, option not there. Can I convert into meters? So 196 into 10 to the power of 1 into how much? 10 to the power of minus 4 meter square. So 10 to the power of minus 4, 10 to the power of 1, 10 to the power of minus 3. 10 to the power of minus 3 means 0.196 meter square. Question clear? In a hydraulic press, piston is exerting the force on the water. First time it is exerting a force of 10 power 7 times, and area of cross section is 100 centimeter square. Another piston is exerting the force because of the mass of the truck. They are asking what is the area of cross section. Okay na? So this is question number 11. Next one. Question number 13. So what is this question is, a square plate of 0.1 meter inside a 0.1 meter side moves parallel to a second plate with a velocity 0.1 meter per second square. Both the plates are immersed in water. So let me consider a water. Let me consider two square plates. This one I will consider it as one square plate, and this one I will consider as another square plate. Correct? This is the first square plate. This is the second square plate. A square plate of side given. L value is 0.1 meter. Moves parallel to a second one. It is moving parallel to the second one. Okay, with a velocity 0.1 meter per second. Both the plates are immersed in water. When they are immersed in water, which force will act? Viscous force will act. So what is the viscous force acting on each plane? 0.002 newtons. Now, coefficient of viscosity of water given 0.01 poise. So poise is given in CGS system. The CGS units of coefficient of viscosity poise. So SI system of one poise value is 1 by 10. So Pascal second. These are the conversion of units from SI system to CGS system. Therefore, what can I write the coefficient of viscosity value? So 0.01 by 10. So that is Pascal second in SI system. What they are asking us to calculate is what is the separation between these two plates. Actually, now these two plates are looking like two layers, two different layers of the liquid, separated by distance delta x. Then we know that according to Newton's formula, so viscous force acting between the two adjacent layers formula, F is equal to, so coefficient of viscosity eta into A into dV divided by dx. They are asking us to calculate what is the separation between these two plates. That separation value given by dx. Dx value is equal to eta into A into dV divided by F. Where dV is nothing but velocity. Here out of the two plates, one plate only moving, second plate at rest. So that's why velocity will become 0.01. Can I substitute the values? So what is eta value? 0.01 divided by 10 into area of cross section how much? And area of cross section value given by, so L given it as 0.1. So how can I calculate the value of A square plate L square? That is 0.1 into 0.1. So area value 0.1 into 0.1 into dV value 0.1 divided by F value 0.00. How much now? 002. Simplify this. You will get the separation between the plates as 0.0005. So once check the question properly. Two plates are given, two square plates are given. One plate is moving with a velocity 0.1 meter per second. With respect to the second plane, both are immersed in water. Buoyant force acting on, viscous force acting on both the plates are given. Coefficient of viscosity of water also given. Asking us to calculate what is the separation between the two plates. For calculating the separation between the two plates using the formula, so Newton's formula for coefficient of viscosity. This is F value is equal to eta into A into how much? dV divided by dx. Question understood? So this is 13th one. Next question. So question number 15. So what is this question is, how should the pressure difference will be altered so that rate of flow of liquid is double when radius, length both are double. This is a question based on the Poiseuille's equation. According to Poiseuille's equation, rate of fluid flow What is the meaning of rate of fluid flow? Volume of the fluid flowing per second is given by pi p r power 4 by 8 into eta into L. So this volume value directly proportional to p into r power 4 divided by L. They telling that so volume is double. So new volume can I call? So v dash value is equal to 2 into v. Volume double. Radius length both are double. So r dash value is equal to 2 into r. And L dash value is equal to 2 into L. Now they are asking us to calculate what is the new pressure difference. To make the volume value double, how much pressure difference when both radius and length are double? How much pressure difference should be maintained? That is the question. So here pressure value directly na. So what I get P dash value. So is directly proportional to which one? V into L divided by R power 4. So P dash value is equal to how much? So V value double na 2 into V into L value double 2 into L by radius value double 2 into R whole power 4. Then what I get P dash is equal to this is 4 into P dash proportional. So 4 into V into L divided by how much? So 2 power 4 value is equal to how much? 16. 16 into R power 4. 4 ones are 4 fours are. So P dash value directly proportional to how much? So that is 1 by 4 into V into L divided by R power 4. That means P dash value directly proportional to P by 4 or P dash value is equal to P by 4. What about the pressure? Pressure should be 1 by 4 times the previous value. When pressure is 1 by 4 times the previous value, volume of the fluid will become double. When both the length values and radius value are double. Question understood? So this is question number 15. In this question, whenever to increase the volume of the fluid flowing per second to double, so length value double, radius value double, but pressure will be decreases by 1 by 4 times. Okay now? So this is 15th question. The next question. So question number 17. What is this question is? This is the question based on equation of continuity. Yesterday class we discussed. According to equation of continuity, velocity inversely proportional to area of cross section. A liquid enters a tube of variable cross section with a velocity. One tube is there of variable cross section. Liquid is entering with a velocity v1 is 3 meters per second through a wider end. So they have not given area. Let me call A1 is equal to A. This is wider end. This is narrow end. With a velocity 3 meters per second through a wider end. Leaves from the narrow end whose velocity, whose radius. So radius will be half of the wider end. So radius will be half of the radius, the wider end. What does it mean is? So R2 value will be equal to R1 by 2. Correct? R2 value is equal to R1 by 2. They are asking us to calculate what is the velocity when it is coming through narrow end. Area of cross section given by pi r square. So what is equation of continuity given by? According to equation of continuity, A1 V1 is equal to A2 into V. I want to calculate the value of V2. V2 value is equal to A1 by A2 into V1. So V2 value is equal to A1 value pi into R1 square by pi into R2 square into V1. Because they are having circular cross section. So area of a circular cross section pi R square. Then pi value cancel. V2 is equal to R1 square divided by R2 value is equal to R1 by, so R1 by 2 whole square into V1. So how much I will get the answer given by? V2 value is equal to, so this will come to numerator. So what I will get 4 into V1. So V2 value is equal to 4 into V1 value is 3. 4 3s are 12 meter per second. With what velocity the fluid will come out through this narrow end? That is, so 4 times the velocity through wider. That value given by 12 meter per second. Okay na? So this is question number 17. So question number 19. So what is this question is? In a horizontal pipeline. So now these questions are based on Bernoulli's theorem. So before last class we have discussed Bernoulli's theorem. So in a horizontal pipeline, so pressure falls by 10 Pascal between the 2 points. One horizontal pipeline is there. So 2 points are given. Let me call one point A, other point B. The pressure difference between the 2 points given falls by PA minus PB is 10 Pascal. These 2 points are separated by a distance of 1 kilometer. They are asking us to calculate change in kinetic energy per 1 kg. Change in kinetic energy per 1 kg. I want to calculate change in kinetic energy. How much? They have given density of the oil, that is of 800 kilogram by meter. Okay na? Now what I want to calculate change in kinetic energy per unit mass. According to Bernoulli's theorem, can I apply Bernoulli's theorem from A to B? So PA for horizontal flow, half into rho into V1 square. This is for which point? A. So is equal to PV plus half into rho into V2 square. Here I called velocity of the fluid at A is V1, at B is V2. Then what I get the value given by change in kinetic energy. According to Bernoulli's theorem, where pressure is more, there velocity is less. Where pressure is less, there velocity will be more. Then obviously what I will get? So PA minus PB value is equal to PA minus PB is equal to half into rho into so V2 square minus V1 square. Okay na? V2 square minus V1 square. But I want to calculate change in kinetic energy per unit mass. What I want to calculate? Change in kinetic energy per unit mass. So what can I able to write here? Otherwise, can I write this Bernoulli's theorem in terms of which one? In terms of mass. So how can I write the Bernoulli's theorem in terms of mass? Or directly also, here now I want to calculate per unit mass. So density can be expressed in terms of density is equal to how much? Mass divided by volume. Here I will write PA. So according to the Bernoulli's theorem, I will make one small modification. Bernoulli's theorem can be also stated as sum of the pressure energy, kinetic energy and potential energy per unit mass or per unit volume will remains constant. So okay, Bernoulli's theorem. So what is the pressure energy value given by P1 into PA into A into L? Pressure energy. Kinetic energy value given by 1 by 2 into m into V1 square. If you want, you check it. In class we have discussed pressure energy will be equal to P into A into L. Pressure energy per unit volume is equal to P only. So what is the pressure energy at B given by PB into A into L plus kinetic energy given by 1 by 2 into m into H1. So V1 square or V2 square? V2 square. Then so 1 by 2 into m into V2 square minus V1 square is equal to how much? So PA minus PB into A into L. This is total change in kinetic energy. But I want to calculate change in kinetic energy per unit mass. So that is 1 by 2 into, so both sides multiply with m, divide with m. 1 by 2 into V2 square minus V1 square is equal to how much? So is equal to PA minus PB into, so A into L value nothing but volume. What is A into L? Volume. So divided by mass m. Can I write mass volume is equal to density into volume? Here I will substitute, here I have to write mass m. So okay, next step I will write. So this is nothing but change in kinetic energy per unit mass, which is given by PA minus PB into V. Mass can be written as density is equal to mass by volume. Mass is equal to density into volume. So what I will get here is, so density into volume, rho into V. So V cancel. PA minus PB value given it as 10 by, what is the value of rho given? Rho value 800. So 10 divided by 800. 0 0 cancel. So what is the change in kinetic energy value? 1 by 80 joules. Question understood? It is not a new form of Bernoulli's theorem. We have written, but there we have written in terms of which one? In terms of pressure energy, kinetic energy, potential energy per unit volume. But directly pressure energy, kinetic energy, potential energy also will remain constant according to Bernoulli's theorem. So are you getting up? This is question number 19. Next, question number 21. Even this question also based on this Bernoulli's theorem. So what is this question is? Water is flowing through a horizontal pipe of variable cross section area. The rate of volume of flow. So horizontal pipe let me consider as it is, and area of cross section value not seen. In this question, the question number 21, area of cross section value is not seen. Let me consider one horizontal pipe of different variable area of cross section. Now volume of the fluid entering given. So rate of fluid entering. Rate of fluid entering. Rate of fluid entering is nothing but can I call it as V? V value is equal to, so volume is equal to area into length. So volume of the fluid entering V by T is equal to A into, so length value L by T. Area into length will give you volume by T. So therefore rate of fluid entering is nothing but V by T. Volume of the fluid entering per second. Volume is equal to area into length divided by T. Can I write up? Which can be also written as, so V value is equal to A into A1 into V1. Fluid is entering through the end of area of cross section A1 with a velocity V1, and it is leaving through a end of area of cross section A2 velocity V2. Can I write V1? So volume V is equal to A1 into V1. This point needed to understand. When they given volume, rate of volume of the fluid entering is product of the area of cross section and the velocity. So A1 into V1. So they given the value of A1. Area of cross section value how much? So entering they given. So what is the value of V they given? It has 0.2 liters per second. 0.2 liter per second, which can be written as 0.2 into 1 liter is equal to 10 to the power of minus 3 meter cube by second. Compulsory conversion is needed from liter to meter. Then pressure given. At this point, what is the pressure value? P1 is equal to 30,000 Pascal. Correct? At a point. Now they are asking it is there at another point. Now fluid is flowing from one point to another point, A to B. So at B, what is the area of cross section they given it as? Area of cross section at B, horizontal pipe of. So this is area of cross section given. What is the pressure value or area of cross section? That is A1 value given. A1 value is equal to 5 into 10 to the power of minus 5 meter square. Where A1 is the area of cross section at point A. So A1 given. They are asking us to calculate what is the pressure at B. At B, what is the pressure value? So what is the area of cross section at B given it as 10 power minus 4. 10 power minus 4 meter square. What is the data we want to calculate is P2 value we want to calculate. Question understood? A horizontal pipe is given. Horizontal pipe of area of cross section value. So A1 and A2, 2 points are given. So that 2 points area of cross section of one point A1 given, other point A2 given. So velocity, volume of the fluid entering is given. They are asking us to calculate what is the pressure at B. So to apply the Bernoulli's theorem, what we need to calculate? So we need to know the velocities and pressure. Anyhow I come to know pressure at A. So velocity I want to calculate. How can I calculate the velocity? V is equal to A1 into V1. When V is equal to A1 into V1, so V is equal to A1 into V1. What is the value of V1 is equal to capital V divided by A1. So capital V value how much? 0.2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 divided by how much now? A1 value is equal to, so 5 into 10 to the power of how much? Minus 5. Correct? So which will go to numerator? So 10 power 5 if I send it to numerator. So what I will get the answer is, can I write it as 20 divided by 5? 20 by 5 value is equal to 4 meters per second. This 4 meters per second is the velocity with which fluid is entering. Question clear now? Similarly, according to equation of continuity, what can I write? A1 into V1 value is equal to A2 into V2. A1 V1 we have written as capital V, volume, is equal to A2 into V2. What is the value of V2 value is given by V divided by A2. V value is 0.2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 divided by A value is 10 power, A2 value 10 power minus 4. So what is the answer of V2? I will get V2 value is 2 meters per second. I got V1 value and V2 value. When I got V1 value and V2 value, can I apply the Bernoulli's theorem? According to Bernoulli's theorem, what can I write? P1 plus half into rho into V1 square is equal to P2 plus half into rho into V2 square. Correct? P2 value now I want to calculate. P2 is equal to P1 plus half into rho into which one? V1 square minus V2 square. Is it okay? Then what I get the answer? P1 value how much? 30,000 Pascal. 30,000 plus half into water now. This is density of the water. Water density 1000. V1 square value 16 minus V2 square value. So V2 square value is 4. Correct? So you simplify this. After total simplification, you will get the answer is of 36,000 Pascal. This 36,000 Pascal is the pressure at the end B. Okay now. So pressure at which point? At the end B. The pressure value is 36,000 Pascal. So this is question number 21. Only one point you need to remember here is, whenever they given volume of the fluid flowing or rate of fluid flowing is the product of area of cross section and velocity. By using that only we calculated V1 value and V2 value. Always the Bernoulli's theorem standard form will be same for the horizontal fluid flow. According to the Bernoulli's theorem, pressure and velocity both are, when pressure is more, velocity less. When pressure is less, velocity will be more. Okay, so this is the relation between pressure and velocity. This is the question number 21. Next, question number 23. So what is this question is, A spins horizontally across a aeroplane base. This is a question based on applications of Bernoulli's theorem. Dynamic lift. Aeroplane wings are given. Aeroplane wings are designed in such a way. So above wind is flowing fastly compared with below. Above wind velocity V1, below wind velocity V2. Above pressure P1, below pressure P2. Because of the excess pressure below, a net upward force will act on the wings. That upward force only called as dynamic lift. To calculate the dynamic lift, so can we apply the Bernoulli's theorem? P1 plus half into rho into V1 square is equal to P2 plus half into rho into V2 square. Correct? Where rho is the density of the air. From this, so P1, which value was greater? Obviously P2 value greater than P1. So P2 minus P1 value is equal to how much? Half into rho into V2 V1 square minus V2 square. Clear? But we know the pressure definition. Pressure is nothing but force by area. Force is equal to pressure into area. So because of this pressure difference, how much upward force will be acting? That upward force value given by, I want to calculate, so pressure is equal to force by area. Here only I will substitute. So can I write pressure is equal to force value up thrust by area value A will be equal to half into rho into, so V1 square minus V2 square. Okay now? In place of P2 minus P1, so I written force by area. From this, we want to calculate what is the net upward force acting. That value given by 1 by 2 into rho into A into V1 square minus V2 square. Correct? Substitute the values. So which is equal to 1 by 2 into what is the density of the air given it as? So that is 1.293. Conversion if you did also. So if I did the conversion here, density of the air, so that is given 1.293 gram means 10 power minus 3 kilogram by liter means 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube. 10 to the power minus 3, 10 to the power minus 3 will be cancelled. Then I will get the answer of 1.293 into area of cross section how much? 3 into V1. V1 is the velocity at the top or bottom or top. V2 is the velocity at the bottom. So what is the velocity at the top given it as 60 whole square, and what is the velocity at the bottom given it as 45 whole square. Okay now? So you need to simplify this, which is equal to 1 by 2 into 1.293 into 3. In both of them 15 is the common. 15 4s are 15 3s are. If I take 15 outside, 15 square into C, what is left? 4 square 16, 3 square 9. So you simplify this, you will get the answer of 3054 newtons. Question understood now? What is the 3054 newtons net upward force acting on these wings? That net upward force will be acting due to the pressure difference. Why wings are bit curved? Because whatever the air hitting the wings, after hitting the air will go to top. Top surface field lines are more crowded. Field lines are more in number at the top compared with the bottom. Due to that reason, when field lines are more, so what happened to the velocity is more. When velocity more, pressure is less. Pressure at the bottom is more compared with the top. Due to the pressure difference, what happened? A net upward force will act. Like one more application also we have seen. So during whenever air is flowing outside, so with high speed, what happened to the top of the hats will be blown off. That is also can be explained with the help of Bernoulli's theorem. So this is very important question which is based on applications of Bernoulli's theorem. That is called as dynamic lift. Okay no? So this is the question number 23rd. So next question. Question number 25. So what is this question is? Horizontal pipe of non-uniform cross-sectional area allows the water through it with a velocity 1 meter per second. When the pressure is 50 kilopascal at that point, the velocity has to be 2 meters per second at some other point. They ask us to calculate what is the pressure at that point. One horizontal pipe given, one fluid is flowing across this pipe. Consider the 2 points A and B. So point A, fluid is entering. They are asking a horizontal pipe of non-uniform cross-sectional area. So allowing a fluid to flow. With what velocity initially fluid is flowing? 1 meter per second. At this point the pressure is given it as 50 kilopascal. It has to reach another point B. I will call this is the point A and this is the point B. It has to reach another point B where it should flow with a velocity is 2 meters per second. Velocity increase. Now they are asking what happened to the pressure. Obviously we know according to the Bernoulli's theorem, whenever the velocity increase, what happened to the pressure? Pressure will be decreases. So let me calculate. Applying Bernoulli's theorem, P1 plus half into rho into V1 square is equal to P2 plus half into rho into V2 square. Correct? So what is the value of P2 is equal to half into P1 plus half into rho into V1 square minus V2 square. Correct? So P2 value is equal to, this is 50,000 kilopascal and 50,000 kilo, 50,000 plus half into, so horizontal pipe allowing a fluid. What is that they have given? Allowing water. Here it is the density of the water. Water density is 1000 into, so V1 value is 1, V2 value is 2, 2 square means 4. Then what will get? So this is 50,000 and plus, so this value 2 ones are 2 500s are. So what I get 500 into minus 3, correct? So what I get the answer is given by which is equal to 50,000 minus of 1500. Okay, then what I get which is equal to 48,000 or 48.5 kilopascal. 48.5 kilopascal. Because velocity to be increased, pressure will be less. Understood? So this is question number 25. The next question. So question number 27. So what is this question is? Water contained in a tank flows through an orifice of diameter 2 centimeters under a constant pressure difference. So water container was there, contained in a tank. That tank having one orifice. That orifice diameter given. It is of 2 centimeters. So pressure difference across this orifice given. Pressure difference given. So that is the value of delta P. That is 10 centimeters of water column. How much pressure exerted? Pressure formula, general formula for pressure is P is equal to rho into G into H. Generally, pressure will be exerted by using barometer. The pressure exerted by the height of the mercury column. Here they are telling that pressure will be given by so water column, water density rho W into G into H. Rho W value in CGS system. In SS system the value is 1000, whereas in CGS system value is 1. Into G value in CGS system is 980, into H value is 10 centimeters. I got 9800. So what are the units are given by dyne by centimeters square. This point understood? How much pressure difference will be there across this orifice tube? So pressure difference is given it as P will be equal to how much? 9800. Or otherwise I will call this pressure difference as P1 minus P2. 9800 dyne by centimeter square. Now what they are asking us to calculate, what is the rate of flow of water through the orifice? Rate of flow of water. Rate of flow of water is nothing but the volume of the water flowing per second, V by T. Volume can be written as area into length divided by T. H can be written as A into P. To calculate the rate of flow of water, what I need to calculate? Anyhow, I know diameter. I can calculate the area. So still which value I want to calculate? Velocity. To calculate the velocity, let us apply the Bernoulli's theorem. What is Bernoulli's theorem? P1 plus half into rho into V1 square. Understood? So P1 plus half into rho into V1 square. This tank is completely filled with the water. So now let me consider which one? Top surface, first one, and this is the second surface. Applying Bernoulli's theorem for part 1 and part 2. At part 1, can I call the pressure value P1? At part 1, fluid will be at rest position. The free surface of the tank will be at rest position. So velocity is 0. Due to velocity 0, kinetic energy is 0. I will write in the next step. So whereas the pressure at the orifice P2 plus velocity given by half into rho into V2 square. Since the free surface V1 value is equal to 0. When V1 is equal to 0, then what I get P1 minus P2 will be equal to half into rho into, can I call this V2 square as V square? Then what is the value of V I will get? V value is equal to how much we will get? Which is given by what I got 1 by 2 into rho. This is water, water only. Rho W into V square. I got V2 as a V square is P1 minus P2. So what is the value of V square value is equal to 2 into P1 minus P2 divided by how much rho W. So can I substitute the values, sir? 2 into P1 minus P2 value 9800. What is the pressure difference they given? That is pressure difference they given. Pressure difference is so 9800 by rho W value. Density of water in this system. So in the system, CGS system or SS system? CGS system. All values are taken in CGS system. So density value in CGS system 1. Therefore I got V square value is, so how much now? 196.00. V is equal to 196 square root is 14. So 140 meters per second. What is the velocity with which the fluid is coming out through the orifice? That is 196 meters per second. When I got velocity value, so what is the rate of fluid flow? Rate of fluid flow. Rate of fluid flow will be given by how much now? So which is equal to how much? A into V. A can be written as orifice circular cross section. Pi into d square, r square, pi r square. Pi into d square by 4 into V. So pi value 3.14, d square value 4 into V value 140 divided by 4. So 4 cancel. That is 140 into 3.14. I will get 440 centimeter cube per second. What is this 440 centimeter cube per second? Volume of the fluid flowing through that orifice. The question understood how? In this we applied which theorem? Bernoulli's theorem. By applying the Bernoulli's theorem, so I calculated this. Okay? So this is question number 27. And that's it for today class. The remaining questions, and we will start level 3 of this chapter and in the next class. Okay now? Thank you.